Hey, it's Paige again. It's January 13th, 2012. It's almost exactly 10 o'clock. It's been about 2 weeks since I made the last video. Not quite 2 weeks. And I'm smiling now, but inside I'm sort of crying. All my videos today have been pretty upbeat and positive. And I don't mean not to be that way. Excuse me, my voice is bad tonight. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well last night. I woke up early this morning. I'm going through a sad time. Probably something that's necessary for me to do to transition. Many of you know who've looked at my other videos that I've made a resolution that I will transition full-time this year. And just making that decision has changed things. My friend Jim, who's my very best friend, we've been very, very close, and he's divorced and has a son here, and he has friends and stuff, but I'm the one he complains to. About this and about that, and I see him about twice a week. Usually we have dinner together once during the week, and then on weekends we tend to watch football during football season, and we'll go to the movies when it's not football season, and things like that. He's a very honest person. He's the person I feel closest to emotionally here. He's the first person I told that I was dressing, and he's been very supportive of me as a person. And he's wonderful. He wants to stay he doesn't want to lose our friendship because I'm becoming a girl. And he was completely comfortable with me as a man who dressed as a woman a lot. He didn't mind that I was transgendered. And he went out with me 6 or 7 times when I was dressed as a woman and with friends for dinner when I would want to introduce all my friends. And a few other times we were going to maybe go to the movies, or I was going to watch a football game at his place, and I would come to his house dressed as a woman, but I would always change because I was his friend. We were a couple guys. And I told Jim about my resolution to transition completely this year, and we had been talking about how that would affect our friendship, and it has. He's staying emotionally involved, but I'm spending time with him. More time with him is like on the weekends now. When we go to the movies, I am starting to go everywhere as a woman. So when we go to the movies, I go as a woman now. Not 2 guys, a guy and a woman. And then we usually have coffee. We just love to talk. We talk politics. We talk everything. But that's happened for the last 2 weekends. And both times I'll be talking and I'll glance at his face while I'm talking, and I really see this sort of dismayed look on his face, or a lost look, like, who is this person I'm talking to? And it's sad. It makes me very sad, because I don't want these wonderful relationships I have to change, but of course they have to, and it's made me think about my friend at work. He's much younger than I am. He's quite a bit younger than I am. I'm old enough to be his father. And he sort of looks up to me as a mentor in some things. I think he's smarter than I am. But I've taught him a lot. And that's going to be a loss to him when I transition, and it's going to change. And this week I've been enjoying my relationship with him as a guy, and but it's always in the back of my mind. I'm looking at something I'm going to lose, and I know other things will fill this place. But in my earlier video when I talked about relationships and talked about that my transition will be a loss for my friends, it'll also be a loss for me, because that loss that they feel impacts my relationship with them. And it's starting to get real, and it's sad. And I feel like I need a good cry. I've been getting more emotional lately, probably just because I've been letting myself be myself. But anyway, excuse me. Tonight I went out, well, Monday night, Tuesday night, I went to one of my meetup groups, and there was a very vivid discussion there about relationships, and there were two other transgendered girls there, and one of them talked very specifically about how hard it is as a transgendered person, and she's completely transitioned, how hard it is to find somebody who will accept you as a transgendered woman, be comfortable doing that. And I'm not her. I think I'm probably a lot different than her. I think she's been meeting people in almost exclusively in like sexual situations, where in bars and stuff like that. I don't know. But I don't know, but that's just my impression. But it again has reinforced that fear of being alone, of never being held again. Anyway, and I went to a meeting tonight. It was a nice meeting. It was a speakers meeting, and the speakers were good, and the people there were friendly. It was a pretty large meeting, probably 100 people. And then as soon as the meeting ended, this woman came up to me and said, "Hi, Paige." And she mentioned that she was from, I believe, my Monday night meeting. But I hadn't talked to her before. And I got the vibe from her. She asked me some questions, and then she said, "But how do we know who you are?" And I think what she meant, how do we know what you are? And it wasn't, she was kind. Her words weren't demeaning or crude or anything like that, or cruel. But the way she chose her words and the way she asked a question, I got the impression that she was more, her interest was almost a purient interest in what my body was like. What was I doing to myself? Where was I? Like a gossipy interest. And I'm sure people at that meeting on Monday night, which I've been to, I've been going there for about 3 months, so 10 or 12 times. I'm sure there's some people there who have wondered and talked, even though I've said, I talked at most of the meetings. It's almost like they want to report, like I'm a thing, or curiosity, and it's not comfortable. So I really am not feeling very happy tonight. It's sad. I'm not discouraged, and I know this will pass, this feeling. As I said, I didn't sleep well last night, so a good night's sleep just may change the world around. But anyway, I know that some of the difficulties, some of the emotional pain, which I have not had to deal with in my transition to date, awaits me in the next 6 to 8 months. The decisions I'm going to make are going to cause people loss. And it's going to cause me loss. And there's going to be a great deal of sadness as well as joy in living as a woman. And it's sort of like a car wash. I have to go through this kind of pain and discomfort to get to the other side. Either that or avoid it by not transitioning. And I can't not do. I have to go forward. I can't stand still. I just can't stand still. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to call this video, if I put it up at all. Tomorrow night I'm going out to dinner with my friend Danielle, and she's not transitioning. But maybe I'll talk to her. I'm going to a meeting tomorrow morning, and there's some women there that are friendly, and maybe I'll get a chance to talk about some of this with some of them. I think I just need to share it some. Anyway, I don't want to be, I don't want to stay on the pity pot. I feel sorry for myself. But it's maybe a little dose of reality for Paige this last week or two. But I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to be myself. And I'm grateful for all you people watching and who write nice comments to me. So I want you to all be careful and stay pretty, okay?